yesterday.
Hey, people got to get home and start getting prepared, man. You got to make sure you got all
I canceled it for weather. I said, you're aware the weather has not yet.
The kids have got to be
not
at
yet
the house
hit.
so you know how many blankets you need. You got to make sure you got an accurate head count so you know how many Hot Pockets and whatnot to buy the children. Are the children still eating Hot Pockets?
I hope so.
Yes, it's some stuff you got to do.
I sincerely hope so.
And some of those kids, I'm assuming, have in-house responsibilities. They need to take care of all of that before Friday night, Saturday.
Yeah.
I was going to play tennis on Sunday.
Not anymore.
I mean, I could still walk to the facility. I can get to that tennis facility.
But will the tennis facility be open?
That's a good question.
That is the question.
That is a good question.
Some would say the $1 million question. That's probably giving it a little much.
Like $250,000 question, not a million, Jessica.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, it's indoor. Yeah, we would definitely have to play indoors. But is the facility going to be, are people going to be willing to drive in to work so me and probably just me can hit some balls? They had a big match. Memphis did. I think Memphis men's tennis had a big match against Harvard on Sunday. Harvard. They were giving away free pizza to those who came. It was a pizza party. Eat some pizza and watch some tennis. Yeah. I had stuff going on. Otherwise, I would have stayed.
The pizza party?
Yeah. Free pizza and tennis against Harvard.
Who says no?
I did. What was the song?
Stiletto pumps in the club. Whoever thought that these hoes would get crunk?
Whoever thought what now? Come on.
These hoes would get crunk?
I think girls.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Get crunk. Yeah.
It's not girls, is it?
I'm pretty sure
Why
it's girls.
have I said the other word my whole
I'm pretty
life?
sure it's girls. Double check that though.
We rockin' stilettos. Oh.
Now that part has the O in it.
We rockin' stilettos.
That one has it. Yes, the O in it.
God, I loved that song.
Yeah, I think all of your people love that song.
God, I loved that song. Oh, what's up, everybody? That clock went fast.
This works.
It is. What day is it? Thursday, January 22nd. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, Memphis Grizzlies take a loss to the Atlanta Hawks here last night. Should there have been a timeout at the end of the game? We'll debate it. We'll get into the happenings from FedEx Forum last evening. First of 3 straight home games for the Memphis Grizzlies. Teresa Walker will join us in the second segment, as she does each and every Thursday. We'll get her take on the Tennessee Titans hiring Robert Saleh as their new head coach. Other happenings around the NFL going into conference championship weekend. Memphis Tigers took a bad loss of their own last night in Tulsa. It went bad. The Buffalo Bills had a tough press conference yesterday. Giannis Antetokounmpo called out his team following a rivalry week loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. It was a busy day yesterday. We'll get into it all. Oscar nominations just came out this morning. We'll do that for Theater Thursday. It is a Thursday. You know what we say. You rockin' stilettos. Oh.
All of y'all love that song. Just get out the way when that song comes on. The ladies are coming.
Move out of my way.
The ladies are coming to the dance floor.
I have
The world needs B2K.
B2K's breakup was a huge shock to their fans.
Boys for Life Tour.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Field goal percentage up. 3-point field goal percentage up. Points up. Rebounds up. How would you describe your second season so far?
I feel like in my head, my standard's a little higher than that. I feel like my percentage should be a lot more up. 3-point percentage a lot more up. But I'll take it. You see the positives and things.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
The Grizzlies are the one thing everyone in the family can agree on. So join us every Sunday this season for Sunday Family Fun Days. It's a steal at just $35 and includes a ticket to the game, a $10 food voucher, post-game free throws on the court, and a meet and greet with mascot Grizz. Space is limited, so grab your tickets now for this unique experience your family won't soon forget. Go to Grizzlies.com/Sunday and have a fun day.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this feeling. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, have it my way. I deserve this feeling. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. We are one day closer to Friday, which means we are one day closer to the potential historic storm that is going to hit. They are using the word historic still. National Weather Service, not just anyone, although I did learn, thanks to Other Jacob yesterday, Max Velocity, who went crazy viral yesterday because the Pat McAfee show showed the exploding trees tweet, and then everybody was talking about the exploding trees that could happen in the northern part of this country because of the cold front. But down here in Memphis, we're worried about the ice, we're worried about the snow, and I hope you already went to the grocery store, because if you did not, you are too late. You're too late. Those grocery stores are cleaned. I had boots on the ground reporting yesterday. My husband.
What's left?
No chicken.
Okay.
No produce.
No
eggs. Not a lot of bread. Somebody said they were at a Kroger and they waited 25 minutes in the checkout line yesterday.
Oh.
Imagine the parking lot. Oh, it hurts my stomach to think about it. Yeah, I hope you got your non-perishables, whatever food you have, whatever
What's
blankets
the deal
you
with
have.
canned goods? Any canned goods?
I don't know. We got
Okay.
beans.
Okay. I mean,
Got lots of
you
cans of
said
beans.
you had boots on the ground. You got a full report from the bread section and the meat section.
He got some fish.
And the produce section.
And he put it in the freezer.
I was wondering if he had anything from because that's what I need to do. I need to
Canned
go
goods.
just grab a couple cans of green beans, carrots, and
Just in
corn.
case.
We
we got the beans. We got the corn.
Okay.
I don't think they had bananas. I don't think they had apples.
I bought some bananas that were green 2 weeks ago, and them things are still green. I'm beginning to wonder if I bought bananas at all. Like they have not ripened at.
Are they actually
not a
bananas?
single inch?
Did you see the name of the storm?
No.
Winter Storm Fern.
Fern.
Fern sounds like my grandma's friend who was really mean. And that's what this is, apparently. Anyway, enjoy today. It's supposed to be 50 degrees in the meantime. We are now over the halfway hump of the Memphis Grizzlies season following last night's 124-122 loss to the Atlanta Hawks. The Grizzlies had a chance to either tie or win in the final seconds. A Ja Morant 3 off the mark following the Grizzlies getting the ball back off of a pretty good defensive possession from Cedric Coward, who defended Jalen Johnson well. Johnson missed. He led all scorers last night with 32 points for the Hawks in the win. Jalen Wells got the rebound, and instead of calling a timeout, Jalen Wells gets straight into transition. Jalen Wells finds Ja Morant. Ja Morant bobbles it a little bit, takes an off-balance 3. Not a terrible shot. Just didn't make it. So the Grizzlies fall by 2. CJ, the people on the double post last night were so ready to call and give their thoughts on, should you call a timeout in that situation or should you not call a timeout in that situation? Your take on the matter.
My principal stance, if I was like a head coach, one of the things that we do in off-season practicing would be we'd work that situation, and I'm team never call a timeout in that situation. As long as you don't lose control, like if Jalen Wells, Cedric makes that really good defensive stand, they get the rebound, Wells has the ball. If Wells tripped and was on the ground holding the ball in that situation, okay, call a timeout. But no, nothing weird like that happened. Everybody up, go play basketball. You've done this all your life. Like every single time you've played basketball, you've had a transition break opportunity. I don't want the defense to get set. I'm gonna be honest with you, as a head coach, I'm probably not drawing up a good enough play out of bounds to get a better look at the goal than what you, a basketball player, a hooper, is going to be able to get in transition. My only critique about that play, and this is why I would work on it in practice so everybody knows, I want Ja Morant with the ball in his hands. I want Ja Morant to take that shot. But if Ja Morant is 3 steps, 4 steps behind the play, we are not slowing that thing down to get it back to Ja Morant. My only critique would be, Jalen, keep pushing it. Push it up. They'll lose track of Ja trying to follow the ball. Ja sprint into the play, and then we can get the ball in Ja's hand. The defense is really scrambling at that point. Ja Morant will be able to take full advantage. If Ja doesn't lose control of the dribble, that's when it's like, okay, he's got to take this 3 now because he lost control of the dribble. Ja gets downhill, and it's a better look at it. He took the shot that he had to take, but he took that shot because he lost control of the dribble. I'm fine with not calling timeout. I'd never call it.
Yeah, I can't sit here and pound my fists on this table and be like, oh, if only they had called a timeout. I will say, in real time of it happening, I'm standing next to Lang Whitaker under the basket waiting to see how this is going to play out. And I said, oh, no timeout? As it's happening, it's 6.8 seconds, so it's quick, but just a very quick no timeout, and then next thing you know, Ja's taking the shot, and it goes off. And listening to both Ja talk about that play after the game, and also Coach Isolo talk about the decision not to call a timeout after that game. And obviously, referencing hindsight's always 20/20, but the idea that this team is good in transition, 5 of their last 6 successful offensive possessions had been pushing the break. And so going with what was working against this Hawks team. Plus, the Hawks are so disruptive. Wasn't it last year? I should have looked this up before.
They clamped
Dyson Daniels stole it
Yeah.
on a potential game-winning possession for the Grizzlies
Yeah, it was
from
Bang.
Desmond Bane.
They clamped Bang. They locked him up.
This Hawks team, love getting in the passing lanes. They're so long, so athletic. So you go for it, and you have to live with the result. From a loss that didn't feel mind-numbingly bad, that's how I felt leaving the game last night. I don't want to call it a schedule loss, but you are coming off of a European trip, and there is such a thing as jet lag, and there is such a thing as being tired and a little out of it, and I don't want to put excuses on the team. It's not really an excuse kind of thing. It's just an explanation for why some of that would happen. Ja put it on turnovers. Ja took accountability for his 5 turnovers after the game. Ja was also great again last night. That's 2 straight games in a row, from London to Ja playing at FedEx Forum yesterday for the first time in 2026, for the first time since the potential of a trade was dropped 2 weeks ago. He has 23 points, 12 assists, did have the 5 turnovers, which he noted were bad, credited those with being one of the reasons that the team lost. I'll take it outside of just him. The turnovers overall were bad. And you can put some of it on being tired, not being fully focused, although they came out the jump on that 12-1 run, and I was like, jet lag? What jet lag? This team's ready to play. But then they had 17 turnovers last night, and that is a consistent problem for this team. That is a function of this team right now, and particularly not just the turnovers, but then seeing the opposition score off of those turnovers consistently. I think it was 25 points off of those 17 turnovers or 18 turnovers last night for the Grizzlies. And meanwhile, the Hawks had 17 turnovers and the Grizzlies had 17 points off of those turnovers. So they turned the ball over a lot. They allowed 23s. My God, we talked about this on the double post last night. CJ, you and I talked about it on the show a few weeks ago. I think it was coming out of the Lakers game. What's worse, death by Grizz killer or death by former Grizz? Last night we got a little bit of both. Because you got Luke Kennard, who remembered he was brought into the Atlanta Hawks organization to shoot, and he shot the ball over and over again in the first half. I think it was 6 of 6 in the first half, 4 of 4 from 3. He ended up being, 7 of 9 from the field, 4 of 5. So he didn't make a 3 in the second half. When Christian Koloko made a 3, I was like, this is just ridiculous. When Luke Kennard threw an alley-oop to Christian Koloko, I said, he was just on the team. Funniest moment of the game last night, when Ja and Muhammad Gay got into the little skirmish and Gay gets taken out and in comes Christian Koloko. I was like, of all the people to sub in right now, I recognize him. That's Christian Koloko. That little, what are we calling, a skirmish? I don't know. They both double text situation on Ja and Gay.
What was the deal with that?
Ja was at first mad, I think, that he didn't get a call, but then it was more so that when Gay came over his back, I didn't know if he tugged on his hair a little bit or if it was just the mess of the bodies.
I didn't see that.
But then they popped up and Ja pushed him,
yeah, I saw
and then
that,
he pushed back, and then Ja was maniacally laughing, which I enjoyed.
All right, listen, yeah.
I say maniacally complimentary. That's my favorite.
No, that's everything you're saying is accurate and true. I don't know if because he looked like he wanted to. He looked like he wanted to slang Ja around. And it's at that point, it's okay. Steven Adams ain't out here, man. And
Cedric Howard was trying his best. Cedric Howard had the arm between.
There's nobody who seems to be of that ilk. So it feels like if something pops off, you'll be on your own out there, Ja. Just that from a feel standpoint. Right. There's not a Dylan Brooks. There's not a bouncer. There's not that person out there. So just be a bit more mindful. I didn't know
Zach Edey's not out there now.
Right. I didn't know if something had happened a couple of plays before because Ja was bringing up the hair thing. Is I don't see him tugging on any hair. But either way it goes, that to your point, it was pretty damn funny.
It was funny. And then Koloko came in, and I was like, that's fantastic. Koloko, Kennard, and then of course CJ McCollum. We said it. When CJ McCollum got traded from the Wizards to the Hawks, I was like, oh, great. The Grizzlies get to play CJ McCollum again this year. And when he took that 3 late in the game, I was like, of course.
Pick one.
Of course.
Pick one. Don't have it be all 3.
But then it was also Jalen Johnson.
They're not. That's fine. That's
and it was also Onyeka Okongwu making 4 threes last night, too.
You got to pick one. You got to pick 1 or 2. Right? So are you going to go out because of the star? Are you going to go out because somebody unexpected is doing it to you? Are you going to go out by hand of the Grizz killer? Are you going to go out by the hand of the dude who can shoot the ball really, really well? Pick one and say, all right, we can stop these 3. Pick 2 even. We can stop these other 2. The frustrating thing for me was they didn't do any. They just, all right, he's hot now. On the 3-point shots, if you want to let Okongwu shoot the ball, he's like a 30-something% 3-point shoot, like a 33, 34% 3-point shooter on his career. All right, that might be by design. But at what point do you say, oh, he's made a couple. Let's get out there and do a better job of contesting. The fact that Luke Kennard was getting the looks that he got in the second quarter when he did all of his damage just tells me, and after that, he did nothing. Just tells me that you weren't dialed in. You weren't focused on the scouting report coming in. Because all you got to do is just run out there at him. He shoots the ball well.
Well, if you say KYP and you were a Grizzlies player who formerly played with Luke Kennard, maybe knowing your personnel was assuming that he still was going to pass up those shots. But after he
passes up maybe contested shots. He doesn't usually pass up open. Luke Kennard was open. We wanted him to take some of those contested shots. And throughout his career, he hasn't. So all you got to do is be out there, and he won't shoot the damn ball. They're running around as my least favorite part of the Grizzlies' defense on the perimeter right now is the fact that the shooter is winding up for the shot as they decide, there's a shooter.
The shooter's winding up for the shot.
Let me go out there and
Yeah.
contest it. Instead of being in position before that happens. There's not a whole lot of ball movement. There's not a whole lot of scrambling around. It is, I'm here. I'm kind of in defensive position. I'm in no man's land. I'm not really able to help on a drive, but I'm also too far away to contest accurately on a real shot. So I'm just standing here and, shooter's got the ball. Look at him go up. Wait, let me go out there and contest. Let me do that fake flyby contest thing. It's like, all right, that got them way too much for my liking yesterday, and it ended up hurting them. Again, two of those, the star is going to do what the star is going to do. But you don't got to go out like that to Luke Kennard and C.J. McCollum and Okonkwo and Kabokolo. You can do better than that, can't you?
You would think so. A Koloko 3 is just diabolical in the lives of...
How many did he make? Any?
Just
made
one.
one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think I saw him take a 3 when he was here for his multiple little stints with the Grizzlies. Anyway, Grizzlies fall. The jaw of it all last night, as I said, first game at FedEx Forum since the potential trade went public on January 9th. We have lived 40 lives since then. He got a notably loud ovation during the player intros. The crowd, when he got into it with Gay, was electric.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was one of those energizer moments. And he had a couple of those last night. The chase down blocks, the one on Daniels was awesome.
Was that
where I was a
on the
little worried.
Dunk or the layup?
That was on the fast break. Was it a dunk or a layup?
He got two of those.
When he got 3 blocks overall. I think it was the first one.
I think the first one was on a dunk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that the one where he came down and was holding his arm a little bit?
Yeah.
And he said after the game that he hit his funny bone on the shot clock and said it'd been a minute since he'd done that.
Yeah.
That was electric. The steal towards the end where then he had the transition finish. Just those energizing defensive plays last night were huge, along with, I know he had the 5 turnovers, but still the 12 assists were nice to see just what he is able to do from a standpoint of captaining this offense. It makes a massive difference. We've now seen it in 2 games in a row, the difference of the offense with Ja versus without. And it was just fun to see. I know we're still stuck in the abyss of what's going to happen over the next few weeks until the trade deadline on February 5th. But for one night, I know the Grizzlies lost. It was just really nice to watch a basketball game and talk about a basketball game. And Chris Harrington was the brave soldier who asked the question, because you knew someone had to ask a question about everything that's happened. And Chris asked it in a way of who or what was communicated to Ja as to why the Grizzlies were pursuing trades. And I loved Ja's answer. He said, I'm sorry that y'all weren't able to come to London, but I'm done with those questions. And it wasn't in a punchy way. It wasn't in a sassy way. It was just in a very mature, straightforward, I'm past that trip. Times have moved on. I'm done with those questions for now. And that was good. I appreciated it. Came to coach's defense when it came to not calling the timeout. I thought you got everything that you would have wanted to see from Ja Morant. And most importantly, on the court, playing really effective basketball, even though it resulted last night. Not his fault, per se. Solely his fault, but in a loss for the Grizzlies. Quick thing, Gigi's falling spinning dunk was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Gigi
That was
is
awesome. We got an ESPN notification for a Gigi dunk. That was fun.
Yeah.
For those of us who are holding on to the...
There might be something there.
John Conchar started at
center. What are we doing?
I can't get mad about losing a game where John Conchar starts at center, and that's not a dig at John Conchar. That's just a natural thing to say. We'll see if these players come back. We'll see if Ty Jerome at some point this week comes back. Coach did talk about it before the game. It was a non-update of an update, saying if there is an update, we'll be getting it, but that he has practice. We saw the videos of them overseas where Ty Jerome is in the practice footage. So perhaps sometime either Friday against the New Orleans Pelicans, maybe Sunday against the Denver Nuggets. Granted, everything goes as planned this week for the world down here and everything in Memphis, but we will see how it is. Ultimately, Grizzlies fall last night. It's been tough against Eastern Conference opponents, especially at home. We have to take a quick break. When we come back, Teresa Walker is going to join us as she does each and every Thursday. We'll get her take on the new Tennessee Titans head coach, along with other NFL storylines after a quick break.
Who
Who have you leaned on the most in terms of asking questions? Because there's always a fine line, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be the rookie that's annoying people.
Exactly.
On the other hand, you want to be a sponge.
You can ask any of the guys. Like, I'm asking, it'd be random games where I'm sitting next to Ty or Jai or Scotty, and I'm like, hey, bro, what would you would have done right there? Like, what do you feel like you would have did in that situation? Boom, 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 I probably would have did this. I'm like, all right, cool, I got it locked in now.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Just a ham. You're the other white meat. Ramsey, how can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Welcome back. It is Thursday. That means it's time to catch up with our favorite, Teresa Walker. She joins us every Thursday. She joins us now. Teresa, as this side of the state prepares for ice, snow, sleet, whatever it may be, how goes it over yonder on your side of the state?
We have freezing fog this morning in the Middle Tennessee area, and it's got some people sliding because moisture that's wet and freezing. And it's been cold. It's been cold here. It tends to create slidey spots on the road. And it's like, I hope people who are slipping this morning understand that if we get ice here this weekend, stay home. You cannot deal with ice. I tried, we were talking about this before I came out. I drove to Memphis during the great ice storm of 93. I'm pretty sure it was 93. I've slept since then. But the one that had trees snapping in Memphis. I was coming down to cover the ATP event at the racket court. I drive down on Thursday. I call our office. What's the THP say the road's like? Oh, they're fine. I get to Bucksnort and the sleet starts coming down. I get across the river. I had to stop every 20 minutes to take a softball bat and clean the ice out of my wheel wells. to make it to Memphis. It took 5 hours to drive from Nashville to Memphis that day. I get to the racket club. I'm covering the tennis. I get to my hotel. I'm on Poplar, and somewhere in the night, I start hearing these little mini explosions. Transformers are blowing, and you can hear some trees falling. And the next day, it's like there was no power at my hotel. I left Sunday night. There was no power at the hotel. The racket club, that was the first time the ATP had canceled an indoor event because of weather in its history, because they literally couldn't play. And then late that night, because the racket club was on a power grid with like a nursing home, they got power that night. They were able to finish Saturday and Sunday. And then I drove home. I couldn't go elsewhere because there were people wanting my hotel room in the lobby because, roads were so bad. People were stranded. They needed someplace to go. It's so cold in my hotel. I'm sleeping in my clothes. I bought a racket club sweatshirt the next day because I was wearing all my clothes to sleep in. So, and I expensed that baby too, I'll just say.
As you should.
That ice storm was 94.
Okay, thank you. I've slept since then, baby.
93, 94 is somewhere between, in my memory, between 92 and 95, because it hit everywhere in the state of Tennessee.
Were you conscious?
I was in Clarksville, Tennessee. School got canceled. My parents came and picked me up early. I'm sitting down. We had like a gray box TV that was in my room. I'm watching Wild and Crazy Kids, and the power proceeds to go off, and then it just stays off. I'm like, how long is this going to last? Oh, it lasted for a while. My father has great stories. He shows up to a grocery store, and it's snow, it's freezing outside. And so he's dressed appropriately. Maybe Food Line, I can't remember which grocery store it was, but he gets followed around the store because the people wanted to make sure he wasn't stealing anything. So he comes back home in a tizzy, and I ended up playing in the snow the whole time. It was good stuff.
I love playing in the
Wait
snow.
a minute, are you remembering the big snowstorm or the ice storm? Because there was the snowstorm that kind of went south of Nashville and hit East Tennessee and North Carolina, and that was an early beginning of Memphis because I was covering a Great Midwest Conference tournament at the Pyramid, and it starts snowing. I drove home, and a friend of mine and we drove to Indiana because it didn't hit there. It kind of went the path that we thought this one was going to go, and we went skiing up in Indiana while the rest of East Tennessee was just inundated.
Teresa, once it hits the ground, I just call it all snow. So it was probably just ice out there.
White?
And if it's white and it's in the grass, it's like, okay, that's snow right there. So that's what I was playing in.
All right. Well, you were watching TV back then. You were a child, baby. So it's snow, ice, it all looks alike.
Those were when weather events were at their best because you were just a kid. You're like, I don't have to go to school.
I'm not
responsible for anything.
I'm not responsible for feeding me and taking care of me. That's their fault for loving me. They got to feed me. Go ahead. I'm hungry, mama. Make it happen.
I'm hungry, mama.
Daddy, I need something to eat.
Make me another grilled cheese sandwich and a cup of soup.
Let's go. Go make it happen.
See, that sounds like my son. You brought me into this world. It's your responsibility to take care of me. And it's like, what? Come on.
I'm like 6 years old, though, so it is their responsibility.
Teresa, this is our first time catching up with you since the Tennessee Titans hired their new head coach, Robert Saleh. What's your thoughts?
Well, when you've got 10 openings, think about this. This matches the most openings in any cycle for the NFL. So you've got 10. The Titans were the first one to need a coach. They ended up being the fourth to hire a coach. And the funny thing is the Titans still haven't announced it. We still don't know when they're going to introduce the new coach, Robert Saleh. But there's still 6 other openings going on. You've got guys interviewing for head coaching jobs, like Brian Dable's interviewing with Buffalo today. I think it's Buffalo. And, the Titans, there's reports that Robert Saleh is with Mike McDaniel going to the Chargers as OC, which is funny. It's like, wait a minute, there's still 6 head coach openings. I mean, if he doesn't go here, Brian Flores is going to stay the defensive coordinator at Minnesota, and yet he's interviewed, with the Ravens and this, and it's like, this is one of the craziest offseason cycles I've ever seen because, once the Harbaugh shoe fell, and they started falling a bit, right? We had Kevin Stefanski on Saturday, and then Monday, Jeff Hafley, who was supposed to interview with the Titans on Tuesday. Robert Saleh was the 16th guy to interview with the Titans. And he was the last one, and that was his first and last interview on Monday. And they reached an agreement by late Monday night. And that's the thing. I'm still waiting for the Titans to say it's done. We've all reported it on our sources, but and we're still waiting to find out when are they going to introduce him, because next week is Senior Bowl stuff in Mobile, and oh yeah, we're looking down the threat of Snowmagillageddon, and so Icezilla, whatever it is. So it's like we in Nashville know that you got to take these things into account, because we know 7 inches of snow will shut this place down for 4 days.
Yeah.
If we get snow and ice, and if it's a 1/4 inch of ice or more, bar the door, Katie. Let's put it this way. People have been killing the stores here. I don't know how it has been in Memphis, because I saw the projected snow totals, and it's like, yeah, people are, it's like, buy for a week, folks. You can survive a week in your home.
From the standpoint of the fit for Saleh with the Titans and what made this the choice, there was some thought that it could have been Matt Nagy, and then it turns to Saleh. And like you said, when I first heard the news, I was like, well, maybe he's going to get Mike McDaniel as his offensive coordinator. But now Mike McDaniel going to the Chargers, and he'll still have to figure out who is going to be his offensive coordinator, which is a question I have for you, too, on who you think would be good options for the Titans in that role. But just where do you see this opportunity for him? We saw it with the Jets, and it didn't work out in his first go at head coach, but he had Zach Wilson as his quarterback, and he worked for the New York Jets, which speaks for itself in an adjective type of way. How does this one work with the Titans?
Well, part of the one fun thing is all the reports about how he won this job. His plan for Cam Ward, because he is a defensive coach. That is his skill set, right? And so he had a plan, and if Mike McDaniel was plan A, it sounds like he had a plan B and C for what to do to help Cam Ward, because the Titans know they are rebuilding around Cam Ward on offense, Jeff Simmons on defense. And for fit, let's put it this way. Jeff Simmons had an eyes emoji real quick on social media on Monday night. And then there was an IG post where he seems to absolutely endorse this. And there, it sounds like the Titans, there's a report and I wish I could remember who it was, but the Titans, after they agreed to terms with Saleh, they got him on the phone, FaceTiming with Cam Ward, who was in Miami at the championship game Monday night, and Jeff Simmons. So the two players that you need in the locker room to buy in, they got them together. And remember, famously, Cam Ward wanted to have wanted to be involved in this coach search, right? So I think that helped show Cam, you are a big part of this. But Robert Saleh's plan for developing Cam Ward, he didn't have an offensive line in with the Jets. And you mentioned the quarterback situation he had with the Jets, and then, the ownership. So for all the people who are like, my owner sucks, sell the team, look around. I promise you, there are other fan bases who are angrier at their boss than you are. After Buffalo Bills news conference yesterday, they're kind of rolling their eyes in Buffalo. Same all over this league. So the plan for Cam Ward is massive. And that offensive line really came together down the stretch when they were opening up holes and doing some things. And let's not forget, what offense had some of the best success scoring points in the final month or so of the season against the Seattle Seahawks? Tennessee Titans. They scored 24 against the Seahawks defense. So, there's a lot of good things to work with going into an offseason with so much stuff to help. Now, as far as who they hire, we were talking about the musical Chairs game of coaches last week. Well, it feels like somebody cranked the meter up. They're playing to electro pop or something right now with those chairs. And it's like, well, we're going to keep this guy as a coordinator. We're hiring this guy as coordinator, but they're still in play for a head coach job. And it's like, well, if that happens, then you got to replace that guy. So it's like, I could guess at who that is going to be, but it could change in an hour. I mean, that's how insane this cycle is. But they had, Robert Saleh had to do one thing, and that was convince them, oh yeah, I know defense, you know that. I can make this offense work and get the most out of the guy you took with the #1 pick overall. And that, I think, is what helped win him the job.
Very interesting. Teresa, I did want to get your take on another team that had we'll call it interesting day yesterday with the Buffalo Bills press conference and their owner, Terry Pegula, doing a press conference yesterday, his first time taking questions in like 6 years, as he sat down with now general manager Brandon Beane after firing Sean McDermott, and they met with the media, and there's no way to put it other than there were multiple crazy things that were said yesterday out of the mouth of Pegula, one of which essentially saying that he made the call to fire McDermott, not because of the loss, not because of the officiating, because it got drilled. Well, was it, a bad call? If it was a bad call by the officials, why are you blaming that loss on McDermott? He said, no, you don't get it. I saw that locker room. I saw the emotions in that locker room. Almost saying, man, Josh Allen cried so hard, I had to fire the coach. Sorry, Josh Allen, you cried, and then I had to go and fire. And obviously, I'm paraphrasing with how it was, but that was the tone of it, which is insane. And then on top of it, he throws Keon Coleman under the bus, where they're talking about their roster and insisting that it was McDermott who was responsible for wanting to draft Keon Coleman, and saying it was the coaching staff, not Brandon Beane. But there's video from before the draft process of the front office talking about how they were excited that Keon Coleman's 40 time wasn't as good as it was projected to be, because then maybe they could get him later in the draft. Teresa, it was bonkers. Like, in terms of how to piss off your fan base 101, that press conference felt like it was it.
It has the feel of, look at what you made me do, doesn't it? It's like, I saw the emotion, I saw this. It felt all along like this was a reaction. It's like, no Lamar Jackson, no Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow. And this is how far we get. Beware owners making moves out of emotions. It is what it feels like, right? And trying to scapegoat, it's all Sean McDermott's fault. We're going to put all this on him and send him out of town, and we're going to be just fine because we got Josh Allen. But on the other hand, you're still trying to hire a new coach, and the new coach candidates saw that new. If you don't think they heard about that, watch some of those snippets before they go to interview. Maybe Brian Dable does interview with them and they say, hey, would you like this job? And he's like, well, I could be offensive coordinator with the Titans. Maybe I just take that instead and I'll be a coach next year. So we'll see how much he damaged their prospects. I was unable to watch it myself, but I was scrolling along on social media and following it. And I'm like, yeah, the people who are used to levels of interesting stuff in Buffalo were kind of like, this is off the meter, baby. So, it's just, it reminded me of when, Amy Adams Strunk fired Mike Mularkey coming off a divisional loss, and that's what Sean McDermott had. But at least with, Mike Mularkey, Amy had the excuse of he wouldn't change his coaching staff. And we had an offensive coordinator who literally told us, I will run a play 7 to 8 times because it might just hit on that 7th or 8th time in games where you're getting 50 snaps on the offense, which means you're literally banging your head into a wall. So those make sense. This change in Buffalo, it's like, did you really think Jim Harbaugh was going to come there? Who did you think you were going to get in this job? You don't fire somebody unless you have some idea. Either you have to do it because things are going wrong. Example 1, Tennessee Titans. Or 2, you see somebody out there and you're going to get them. Those are the only 2 reasons to truly make a job. There's no rhyme or reason to what happened in Buffalo.
I think the third reason you fire somebody is, hey, you're not good enough to get us over the hump. At a certain
and if they had just said that, like, truly, I think if he had just said exactly what CJ just said yesterday, we're not talking about that press conference. We're moving on. And instead, he spent 53 minutes saying anything but the most obvious answer, which is McDermott didn't get us over the hump. We decided that we needed to go in another direction.
I completely agree with you there, CJ. And that's the thing. I mean, Pittsburgh fans were all disappointed with Tomlin. Fans don't want to hear the excuses. Well, you were going up against Belichick and Tom Brady, or you're going up against Patrick Mahomes, who's been, adding Super Bowl rings like he's Thanos, collecting the stones. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear, we want more. We are trying to be better. You sell that, and that's your message. Fans are like, good, we'll give this new guy a chance. But right now, there's a lot of people in Buffalo looking at each other like, oh my Lord, what just happened?
Teresa, just switching gears real quick. Teresa covers a whole bunch of stuff in Tennessee. If it's a sport, Teresa covers it. Vanderbilt has lost 3 straight games. Pretenders or not.
I think that I think all the SEC. I mean, it feels like we're on we've gone into the second turn. We're on that back straightaway. We're trying to see who's shaking out. Kentucky's got yet another injury. Guys out for the season for them. And Alabama, what in the heck are they trying to do with Bediako? Who could be in a game on Saturday, for God's sakes. So it feels like Vanderbilt's, one of the interesting things about Vanderbilt's roster is everybody's listed as guard. Well, in conference play, in the NCAA tournament, you have to rebound. And, they're waiting for Frankie Collins to get back, but they have got to figure out how to avoid foul trouble. Duke Miles has fouled out too many times in SEC play, and they've got to be able to get on the boards. When you're shooting great, rebounds just don't matter as much. But when you hit cold spots because you're facing bigger guys and you can't maybe drive the lane or your threes aren't falling, you're in trouble. So I think we'll find out more. Depending on the weather, Kentucky's supposed to be here on Tuesday night at Memorial Gym. And I think we're in that stretch of the middle part of the season where we're going to start seeing who is the contender stepping forward. Because, let's face it, LSU, they haven't been impressive. They've had some skids to start conference play. Alabama has had their struggles. Tennessee, absolutely. They're going to Alabama on Saturday and might be seeing a true pro on the court in Bediako. So, right now, button up. It feels like anybody could take the SEC. And I say this when 2 weeks ago, I was agreeing with the folks who said Vanderbilt may just be not just the best team in the SEC, they may be a Final Four team. And it's like, but they have got some issues that have sprung up that they have to figure out. The one thing I think Mark Byington was not just disappointed last night, he was embarrassed. And he's a guy that finds ways to fix things. And I'm curious to see how they look this weekend.
Before we let you go, Teresa, this weekend is also Conference Championship Sunday in the NFL. Who are you taking to advance to the Super Bowl?
I am taking the Patriots because, I'm sorry, I'm not buying
You're
Jarrett
not a Jarrett Stidham believer?
No, I am not. And then I'm taking, I know that there's a lot of people loving the Rams, but I'm going with the Seahawks. I just am. Home field does matter at this time of the year, and the Seahawks, they played last week. So no rust, Patriots, Seahawks. And guys, just to make the Titans' anguish even more painful, I'm thinking Mike Vrabel finds a way to get it done in Levi Stadium in Super Bowl 60.
Wow. All right, Teresa, stay warm, stay safe, and we'll hopefully see you next week.
May we all be alive next week.
May we all be alive. Bye, Teresa. That's Teresa Walker. You can always find her latest and wish her well. She's on the injury report. She's still playing. Got her wrist. Wrist surgery.
I stepped out. I didn't get to talk to her.
When she did the heart. So anyway, wish Teresa well and a quick and speedy recovery. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the Memphis Tigers' loss last night because that was bad. That was really bad. NBA rivalry week continued last night, and the Oscar nominations came out this morning. And we had a record number of Oscar nominations for one movie. We'll get into all that ahead after a quick break.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
These games just come one after another, and it can be difficult to pull yourself out of a bad stretch. How were you guys able to do that? Because not only have you done it, but your team has done it as well.
Yeah, we have some great leaders. Ja, Jaren, even Cedric as a rookie, he's very vocal. And then obviously the coaching staff, Tomas. So I think it starts with just the great leaders we have.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
The only thing better than Saturday Night Hoops is when it comes with an exclusive Grizz hoodie. Every Saturday this season, $60 gets you a Grizzlies ticket and a limited edition Grizzlies hoodie. 4 different hoodie designs dropping across 4 Saturday games. Not sold anywhere else. Don't miss your shot to collect all 4 designs. Grab your tickets and gear up now at grizzlies.com/Saturday.
How are you able to release and have an instrumental song become a huge deal?
And I forget who the disc jockey was, but he put the wrong side on. He put the Green Onions by mistake and played the B side instead of the A side.
No!
And that's when the change happened. These people started to call the station and say, play that song again.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Made by Grizz fans for Grizz fans, 191 collabs presented by Pinnacle celebrates Memphis designers and showcases our city's unique voice and vibe through hyper-local Grizz gear. Next up, the From Memphis with Love collection by Peso Design Studios drops on Saturday, January 31st when the Grizzlies take on the Minnesota Timberwolves at 7 p.m. The soulful, vivid collection channels the city's rich culture with bold streetwear styles and is only available in FedEx Forum on game night starting at 5:30. Buy your tickets today for access at Ticketmaster.com or visit 191 Collabs for more info. Welcome back. CJ, I saw a stat this morning, not a stat, it's not a stat, a note, that the Broncos-Bills game polled 51.3 million viewers, and it said it was the most watched thing ever, like ever broadcast of anything since the 1994 Winter Olympics. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder why the Olympics were so big that year. And then somebody in the chat, when we were talking about the ice storm, that was the Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan incident. That just shows we
Good
love
times.
we love
Good
a
times to
scandal
everybody,
in this
not
country.
who got the crowbar to
Nancy.
Everybody not named
And not
Nancy.
good for Tanya either.
Well, hey, she shouldn't have had him go to the knee.
No, one should not try to crowbar your competition. Olympic rule number 1: don't take a crowbar to your competition's leg. I wish I was alive for that. I mean, I was alive for that, but I wish that I was like
cognizant.
Yeah,
I
able
was-
to
I
watch.
was semi, and all I could think of, like, my man just showed up in a ski mask and banged her knee.
Crazy.
Like, wow.
That's crazy.
The things we do in
How
in
long?
the second,
Okay, if that happened today,
Yes.
because now we just have crazy-ish every day. It feels like. How long would that dominate the news cycle?
That?
Because I feel like back then that dominated the entire Olympic cycle.
Well, listen, it was a bit of a different time.
I know.
Right now,
Like today, I feel like it would get 48 hours,
max.
which is crazy.
Max.
Which is crazy.
Max, it gets that.
Which is like
It gets
so
40.
nuts.
It might get 30. 48 is pushing it. I think it could get 32 hours right when it happens, we'd hop in for another hour and a half long special somewhere right afterwards.
Maybe.
And then in a decade or so, we'd get a movie or a documentary, and we'd be back then for about a week or two. But like right now, no, we got dudes talking about just taking Greenland. We just kidnapped a whole president. They shot a lady.
Fast. We move on
They
fast.
shot a lady in the face, and we're just like, all right, next thing
When did
up.
that even happen?
No, feels like ages ago.
It sure does.
But we flipped that page quick, boy.
Like, even this is such a trite. Every example you just gave is a very serious thing. So this is non-comparison. You remember Karen Reed, that whole scandal that we touched on? Her, whatever was keeping her, like her gag order was lifted so she can finally talk about everything. And she went on a podcast. She went on the Kelly Ripa podcast last week.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, I would think maybe like an Oprah sit down. Like in the past, that would have garnered a real sit down, everybody gather around. And instead, it's like a throwaway on a Kelly Ripa podcast that doesn't even do a video component.
It's just,
and I didn't even see anything off of it.
There was something, because it was on the like early morning news last week. When I'm up at like 2 a.m, like, we got to get you guys something between now and the actual news. Hey, here's this thing that she did.
News.
So yeah, it wouldn't have.
It would
go
be tough.
Crowbar to the knee, and we're just like, all right, that's sad. Who the hell is going to be the coordinator for the Titans? Is Dayball really going to go there? Like, immediately we're off to something else.
Even like Indiana wins the championship on Monday.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's done.
Over.
The cycle is over.
Already looking to the next season. Miami's quarterback has hopped in the transfer portal. Duke is suing a quarterback, right? Like we are back. We are in 2026 right now. We're 2026 football season. We don't give a damn about what happened.
The Beckham family is having their moment. Everybody's reliving their 2016s. Like, we got bigger things to do.
My brother is all the way dialed in on that Beckham stuff.
Not everyone, but a lot of people are.
Yeah, I did not know that it crossed over like that. Yeah. Although my brother is a crossover king.
Yeah, he is. He's a good barometer sometimes.
He's if it's going to cross over, he hits it.
All that to distract us from the real terrible happenings of last night. Memphis lost to Tulsa, 83-66. We were on air. Okay, Jacob. Wow, hefty boo.
Can I read you the text I sent Will?
Yes.
All right, I sent Will this morning. Hold on, let me pull it up.
While you pull it up, we were on the air, obviously, for the Grizzlies-Hawks game last night, and I do score updates on the radio broadcast throughout the game. And the last one that I gave was with 6:30 left in the Tigers game, and they were up 62-61, and then I believe they went to a timeout. And I get so distracted trying to do 25 things at once during the game, I didn't come back to the Tigers for a final score update until the game had ended, and I see that it's final. And I'm going to read the score, and I am convinced that either like my page glitched or I glitched, because it's 83-66, and I'm thinking to myself, I swear I just did a read of a score update where the Tigers were up 62-61 with 6.5 minutes left. And if the Tigers were up 62-61 and just lost 83-66, I'm really bad at math, but that's like a 22-4 run. It's like a 22-4 run to close the game. When it turns out Tulsa scored 4 points going into that timeout, or the last 4 going into that timeout. So it was actually a 26-4 run for Tulsa to end that game. So it ends with a 26-4 run, and Memphis loses. And I guess Memphis committed 5 turnovers and missed 11 of 12 shots at one point. And Penny Hardaway said they let go of the rope, and that's one way to put it. But, right after we saw The Outsiders, too much Tulsa in my life this week.
They collapsed. Like, that's abysmal. That's pitiful. You can't.
We said their identity was inconsistent when we talked with Will on Tuesday, and you saw it all in one game.
That's what bad teams do. They're a bad basketball team.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. It happens every now and then in a program's history under a coach. It happens every now and then. But this is, make no mistake about it, this Memphis Tigers basketball team is bad right now. I texted Will this morning, hey, man, here's a list of games I plan on watching some or all of this weekend. Michigan, Ohio State is Friday. Then Saturday, Minnesota, Nebraska, UConn, Villanova, UNC, Virginia, Purdue, Illinois, Houston, Texas Tech, Arizona, BYU. That is on Monday. I just wanted to give you a heads up. on some games and players that I may want to talk to you about because I can't talk about the Tigers basketball program anymore. I'm done.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
can't.
for doing the Lord's work.
I just can't. Like they're bad. The city feels real apathetic about what this program is right now. Tough conversations need to be had. One of the first pair of tennis shoes that I had were the pennies. I remember Lil Penny and Penny Hardaway commercials when '96 Olympics hit. I had an Hakeem Olajuwon jersey. My brother had a Penny Hardaway jersey. I was furious because I wanted a Hardaway jersey. They didn't have any in my size in that store, so I wasn't able to get one. The city loves Penny Hardaway. I just don't have it in me to have that conversation, right? Like that conversation hurts to have, right? Georgetown had that conversation. St. John's had that conversation with Mullen.
Yeah.
Michigan had that conversation with Juwan Howard. I just don't want to have that conversation right now. So because that's the only thing to talk about as it pertains to the Tigers is that conversation. Yeah. So if that's a conversation we're going to have, let's not.
I don't want to. I'm out. I don't want to.
And let's just talk about the good college basketball that's going on. He hit me back. He was real high on Boozer and high on Arizona in general. And so we were texting back and forth about that this morning. So we'll just turn that into a general college basketball segment, not necessarily Memphis Tigers segment, if that's okay with you.
Did you hear Jacob?
Are we still doing the net ranking stuff?
Yes, we have to commit. I'm not a quitter. 112.
I
thought he was going to say 120.
I thought he was going to say 200. I was like, whoa, wait a second.
112. We can do 112 squats.
That's cool.
We started at like 127.
We started
140.
We started at like 144.
Right.
Oh, no.
Well.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's depressing.
I will say.
I'm just going to count down to, is it the 31st that?
Yes, that the big game that Kansas and BYU play. Yes.
Yeah. All right. We're all in on Kansas BYU. January 31st.
That's next Saturday. That's the Saturday after we go see Bartlett and Houston play. So yeah, that's gonna be a good week of basketball. Wait. I will say if you want some type of hope, I've been here with my team before. Mid-January, Michigan basketball under Beeline. 2012, 2013, I can't remember. They had just lost that to somebody inexplicable. It might have been Ohio State. He was like, all right, get Beeline the hell up out of here. And then from late January, one of the great switch flips I've ever seen in sports, late January through March, that was a completely different Michigan team. They ended up getting to certainly an Elite Eight. They might have got all the way to a Final Four that year. So maybe Memphis gets hot and flips the switch. They run through the rest of the American, win the conference tournament, and do
I can't
some
put
things.
myself on that ledge right now.
I'm not. Listen, it's a branch that is not sturdy.
No, it's an exploding tree branch.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So it's a branch on a tree
that is exploding.
That is currently exploding.
Yes.
Okay.
And perhaps the branch.
You're getting tossed from that branch.
Likely.
Yeah. Although we talked about that. It's not like the tree explodes and then the branches start shooting out. It's just the
I am
bark.
obsessed with that image now.
It's just the bark splits.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Before we take a break, rivalry week in the NBA. I couldn't stop. It just makes me laugh every time I talk about it.
I was like, okay, it's rivalry week. I tuned in for the second half of Cavs Hornets. I was just like, okay, let's see what's going on here. I'm genuinely
Ball, afraid of rivalry week.
Genuinely curious about what this Cavs team issue is. So I'm gonna tune in for a little bit. It's already a blowout by the time I get in there, and there's no energy and no real reason to keep watching.
Charlotte made it a game.
I got out of there quick.
LaMelo Ball had 2 points on 1 of 15 shooting.
Come on,
he was
man.
0 of 10 from 3.
Let's go. Shooters got to shoot.
Is rivalry.
You got to shoot, man. What was the end score?
94-87.
Oh, that was like a 90s
I mean, Cleveland
game.
was up at like 27 at one point. So
that's about when I was like, okay, I'm out of here.
Why Knicks Nets crosstown rivals wasn't included in the rivalry action? It was just a normal game. It wasn't an ESPN rival.
That's rivalry
week.
Right there. That's an actual
yes,
rivalry.
I know. It's not scintillating enough to be
And
included.
Cavs Hornets is?
But the Knicks beat the Nets 120-66. So I guess players only meetings work. Although then after the game, I think it was Josh Hart who said it wasn't really a players only meeting. We just talked. We just talked. Okay, whatever. You won by 54 points. That's a big one. And then the big secondary actual rivalry week game. The Bucks lost to the Thunder 122-102. SGA 46-10. It just means more. Giannis Antetokounmpo called his team out after the game pretty harshly. He said, "We're not playing hard. We're not doing the right thing. We're not playing to win. We're not playing together. Our chemistry's not there. Guys are being selfish. Guys are trying to look for their own shots instead of waiting for the right shot for the team. Guys trying to do it on their own. Right now, I think we just don't get it." And he continued, "We got 39 games left. We don't have time. We really don't. Just break up already." I feel like I'm watching a couple that is holding on for dear life. And it's time. It's time. He's not happy. It's not going to change. I don't think he thinks it's going to change. Just end it for everyone.
So he played?
Yes.
What did he do?
He lost.
I mean, what was his stat line? I guarantee you it was probably a double-double.
19 points on 8 of 11 shooting, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal.
Yeah, you
minus
just
11 in the loss.
GM CJ says you just gonna have to be unhappy, player. I'm sorry.
Well, then I
hate that
need
they're not
Giannis to
playing.
at least come out and just say, "I want to leave." I appreciate his, what are we calling it?
Professionalism?
Sure. I appreciate his professionalism, but his desire to not be that guy who flat out says the words, "I want out." He has consistently said, "I will never formally request a trade." But when you are saying things like, "We got 39 games left, we don't have time, we really don't," it's as close as you're getting to saying the thing.
How do you
might just say the thing.
You don't have to. He's the best player on that team. He's got to lead them somehow. I'm assuming that these conversations have happened behind closed doors, and maybe I shouldn't be assuming that because we don't got a report of a players only meeting in Milwaukee. But it's not like Doc Rivers and Giannis don't know what it takes to be good in this league, what it takes to be great in this league. So what's the issue from the young guys? Now, from everybody else, it might just be, hey, they're not really that good. You might be saying, hey, everybody's out for themselves, or the chemistry isn't there, and this, that, and third. That may very well be true. But tell me another good player on that roster.
Yeah.
We like Bobby Portis, but Bobby Portis is
Kevin Porter's out.
Is an ultimate role player coming off the bench type of guy. You're not relying on Bobby Portis to carry you through games. Name me somebody else on the team who's good.
I can't say it.
You want to say Kyle Kuzma?
Nope, I didn't. I didn't say it.
All right, I'm just saying.
I did not say it. Did I say it?
Okay.
Did I say it?
Who are you going to say? Yeah. That's the issue.
Ryan Rollins.
Quality NBA players,
Right.
but they're playing in roles of significance that they should not be in.
Well, and that's where one of the subjects of Giannis's ire yesterday was the fact that he took 11 shots. He didn't even take the most shots on the team yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Kuzma did with 12.
Sound about right.
And he said, "I'm not the guy that will yell and cuss his teammate out and demand the ball. I've never done that in my career, but I feel like I've played with teammates that kind of understand the gravity that I can cause for our team and how I can create for teammates and for myself, how I can help the team be more successful. But maybe for some reason, I don't understand. Maybe because we're young. Maybe because we're not playing well. Maybe because guys think
You're
it's
not
their
that young.
turn. They want to carry the team on their back and try to turn this around. But I really don't get it. I really don't. And I don't either."
The Bucks aren't that young. They're not. And listen, if I don't know who he's talking about, but if it walks like a Kyle Kuzma and sounds like a Kyle Kuzma, it's probably a Kyle Kuzma. Right? Like, you might have to. You're trying to.
The Jennifer Hudson show told me he never misses.
They've never watched him. You may have to yell at this teammate.
He was 0 for 5 from 3 last night.
You may have to grab this teammate. Be like, yo, what the F are you? Somebody's got to do it. What the F are you doing?
Yeah.
Or grab whichever. Again, I don't know which one he was talking about, but you might have to get in somebody's ass and be like, hey, what the hell are you doing? Do you know who I am? You might have to start rattling off credentials. I'm a finals MVP. I'm a finals champion. I'm a multi-time MVP. I'm one of the faces of the NBA. I'm a top 3 basketball player in this world. Where do you think you rank in the world right now? Whomever you are. All right, is it 2? Is it 1? Because I'm looking at the back of your jersey, dog, and it don't say Jokic, it don't say Doncic. So where do you think you ranked relative to the rest of the world? All right, give me the damn ball and stop playing. Shut the hell up, give me the ball and let's go to work. Yeah. Like if that's not what you are, somebody's on the team got to do that. Doc Rivers got to step to somebody and do that, but it's not going to hit the same when a coach does it. Go out there and do it. You know you got backup. You know Thanasis is with you. You know he riding with you, dog. So if it gets to fisticuffs, it's the Antetokounmpo bros versus everybody else. Go make it happen. Out here afraid to yell at some of these dudes on the team. Are you kidding me? Stop it.
All right. The Oscar nominations came out.
Did they?
I'm excited about them.
Really?
They came out while we were on the show, so I've only been able to skim them. But I saw something I really liked. I'll tell you what it is after a quick break.
Speaking of skim, my wife is like, yeah, I might need to rock with skims now.
It brings
she doesn't want to.
No one.
Own the 2025-26 Grizzlies season with the 10-game Flex Pack, the ultimate way to catch all the action on your terms. Choose your favorite matchups from intense rivalries to weekend thrillers and customize your pack to fit your schedule. With 10 games to pick, you'll never miss the moments that matter most. Visit Grizzlies.com/packs today to build your perfect ticket pack and cheer on the Grizzlies your way. It's your team, your season, and your schedule. So don't miss out.
Grizz Nation, Friday nights just got a whole lot better. Introducing Buckets and Brews, the ultimate way to tip off your weekend. Every Friday this season, grab a terrace-level ticket to the Grizz game and 2 12-ounce Miller Lights for just $55. Get great seats, cold brews, and Grizzlies basketball. It's everything you need to start your weekend off right. So get the deal that's too cold to hold. Go to Grizzlies.com/Friday to lock in your tickets today. Who have you leaned on the most in terms of asking questions? Because there's always a fine line, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be the rookie that's annoying people.
Exactly.
On the other hand, you want to be a sponge.
You can ask any of the guys. Like, I'm asking, it'd be random games where I'm sitting next to Ty or Jai or Scotty, and I'm like, hey, bro, what would you have done right there? Like, what do you feel like you would have did in that situation? Boom, 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 I probably would have did this. I'm like, all right, cool, I got it locked in now.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Journey. Tickets are on sale now at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Welcome back. A little Theater Thursday before we get into the rest of our day. Yes, CJ?
Did we do the read?
No, we didn't. Yeah,
we did last segment.
Collab.
Yeah.
God.
You
want to know how my brain works the morning after a game?
How?
No recollection. I have zero recollection of doing a read at the start of the last segment.
Yeah.
It just breaks.
Well, listen, I forgot also, and I'm here like you.
My favorite thing is to look at my Oura ring after these nights of sleeping, and it'll be like, do what feels good today. You seem to be encountering more stress and less sleep than your averages. Do what feels good. You've got this. I'm like, do I? Do I, Aura Ring? Do I've got this? Anyway, Theater Thursday, big movie day. Oscar nominations are out. And what if I told you? Sinners has made history as the most nominated film of all time with 16 Oscar nominations. The previous record was 14, which Titanic, La La Land, and All About Eve had. Gone with the Wind had 13 nominations. From Here to Eternity had 13 nominations. Oppenheimer had 13 nominations. And Shakespeare in Love had 13 nominations. But it is Sinners with 16 nominations for the new record. Sinners Hive stands. Big day for Sinners. I'm so excited about this. And I haven't even had a chance to fully dissect the rest of the award breakdowns and what got snubbed and what was a surprise. But I think this is awesome. I think this is awesome for movies. It's been a great year for movies, and I'm very happy for Sinners.
All right. That's fine.
What?
I hate doing this.
Why?
I hate, but somebody's got to do it. Sinners is an incredible movie, regardless of what awards is going to get and not get, right? Feel like this is a chance for the Oscars to pat themselves on the back, say, hey, look at us. Look at what we've done from a diversity standpoint. Look at all these blacks we've given these noms to, right? Look at this here. And Sinners with 16 nominations, feel this in my bones. I think I've seen it before. Gets nothing major. They might walk away empty-handed entirely, where they go 0 for 16, which would be, it would be something, but it wouldn't affect your view of the movie. It wouldn't affect my view of the movie. We'll come in here the day after the Oscars and rant and rave, but I'm just, pump the brakes on some of this, because it's one thing to be nominated, it's something else to win, and none of that has any bearing on whether or not I enjoy or you enjoy or we as a collective enjoy and understand the importance of the art of that particular movie. I want to go on record. I expect Sinners to win nothing of import from the Oscars.
Same. And I don't care.
Okay.
I think it's cool. I think it's promising from a nomination standpoint. Because the alternative is, what if Sinners gets no love from the Academy? And again, yes, you're correct, of course. Does it take away from the people who loved Sinners and what a great movie Ryan Coogler created? Absolutely not. But the way that we talk about movies, I am inspired. In a year, I love all the movies this year. Hot take. I love Sinners. I love One Battle After Another.
I mean, it's not a hot
I love
take.
Marty Supreme.
Those are good movies. Those are good movies, aren't they?
It is a hot take, yes, but there are some, particularly film bros out there, who have shown a refusal to appreciate Sinners because they want to compare it to One Battle After Another. And it doesn't have to be compared, although that's what we do in award season. And I think you can sit here today and say, hey, we had 3 fantastic movies that I believe will extend outside of just this awards period, right? Like movies that people will revisit in One Battle, in Sinners, in Marty Supreme. I loved Hamnet. I'm never going to watch Hamnet again because it ripped my soul out and stomped it in 2. But I still think it was a great movie. I love good years for movies, and I love that a movie that I enjoyed as much as Sinners, and something that might not always get the love of the award side, has firmly planted itself in the history of the awards. Because it did get 16 nominations. I don't care what happens after. I've already seen people make jokes. Well, Amelia Perez got all these. Well, yeah, Amelia Perez was a terrible movie. But and almost everybody talked about Amelia Perez as a terrible movie. There is a wide range of people who saw Sinners, were impacted by Sinners, loved Sinners, and I'm so excited, perhaps of all of the nominations for the movie, the fact that Delroy Lindo got nominated for Best Supporting Actor, I think is awesome. Like, that's somebody who hasn't gotten the love for a lot of really good performances in his career, and now he plays Delta Slim in Sinners, and he gets nominated. Like, that's where these kind of news cycles for the awards mean something to me, for especially the people who have been working for a long time in this industry who never get any love. I think that's so cool. And they might get swept.
Okay. I don't care. So we're in agreement if they get swept.
It doesn't change that they got 16 noms.
If they get swept, we're not going to come on here, because that will be what my feed will be full of. Sinners didn't get anything.
Sure.
We're not going to do that.
It won't be mine because those
'Cause we're-
four
we're-
movies that I
we're
named, and I
expecting.
still haven't been able to see Sentimental Value. Like the Best Picture nominees are Begonia, which I haven't seen, F1, which is wild that F1 got nominated for Best Picture, Frankenstein, which I haven't seen, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, which I haven't seen, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. So I've only seen 5 of the nominees, and I can't include F1 in my unanimous love cycle. I didn't mind F1, but it was very much a summer blockbuster to me, whatever. I wouldn't be mad at any of those movies winning. And I already know I'm going to love Sentimental Value because I love the director and I love the lead actress in it. So that's probably going to insert itself. I just love movies. I don't care what wins. It's not about what wins, even though it is about what wins, because that's why we do awards. That's why we play the game. You know?
I mean, people's money is tied to this.
You want to know what got snubbed?
What?
Wicked. Ariana Grande didn't get her nomination. The Ari stands. Don't worry, she's coming for the. She can't come for the Tony because that musical she's doing is in London, not in New York.
Oh, it's not all musicals all over?
No,
I didn't know
She
that.
didn't win an Olivier.
What's that?
But an Olivier is not in an EGOT.
Isn't that not
is
the
like
O in
a
the EGOT?
No, an Olivier is the London
So can she
Theater
get
Awards.
Can she
which
get a
I would
full-
technically say are more prestigious than the Tonys.
Can
but
she get a foreign EGOT then?
She could get an EGOTO,
Oh.
but not right now because she's not nominated for an Oscar.
What, did Wicked get anything
No,
for?
completely shut out. Not a single nomination.
Not a single one.
single
Not
nomination.
for set, costume, nothing.
And I don't think for song. Nope. Those songs that they literally did a second movie, partially. I know they wanted to make money. That's what this is all about. But they also wanted to write new original music so they could get a best song. Not nominated. Diane Warren nominated. Yeah, she's nominated like every year for a song. I don't think she's ever won.
Okay.
Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Is that the one she wrote?
No,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Because that's the one that's going to win.
And I lied to you from Sinners. See, Sinners would have, I think, been the shoo-in for best song with I Lied to You, but then Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters became
what it is. Yeah. Although if you're doing it from a movie standpoint, that moment in Sinners, the I Lied to You moment, cinematically, is so genre bending perfect.
Yes.
That I think if you're talking about it from just the movie going experience, then yeah, Sinners could win for I Lied to You. Now if it was Grammys, is just the music. And the K-pop Demon Hunter song, why am I blanking on it all of a sudden? Golden is the one that would win there. So they could split. One win Oscar, one win Grammy. That song came on in Costco, and you should have seen all of the children light up.
Oh, they go crazy for
Insane.
it. Except it's out.
What do you mean? It's
Like
out?
I follow these teachers on TikTok, not follow, but they'll pop up on
They'll
my
pop
For You
up,
page where it'll say this is in, this is out, according to 5th graders, and K-pop Demon Hunters is for babies.
Yeah.
It's out.
Yeah.
There was something else that was weird. Nate Bargatze in. I was shocked.
Really?
On 2 different people's
that
lists.
That makes sense.
He's having a moment.
I mean, he's a comedian. He
Get your tickets.
cracks dad jokes, and they're clean. So
I guess.
he's a comic they can watch.
They can. Yeah. He's.
Yeah, parents, aren't letting their kids. There's not much overtly sexually suggestive.
Yeah.
So if he tells one of those jokes, it's going to go over their head. So parents are cool with their kids watching them.
I didn't say the most important thing about the 16 nominations for Sinners. Just Michael B. Jordan, Oscar nominee.
Nikki B. Jerkin, all right.
Please have some respect for his name. That man played 2 characters. Have some respect.
No, that's a sexy man. Michael B. Jordan.
Oh my gosh. Paul Mescal snubbed.
For
so one of
what?
my loves gets nominated, another doesn't.
But
This is
what was Paul Mescal?
Hamnet.
Okay.
So he didn't get nominated for Best Actor for playing Shakespeare. We'll go through these other big categories really fast. Actor in a leading role: Timothée Chalamet, Marty Supreme, who is the frontrunner. Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another. Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon. Michael B. Jordan, Sinners, and Wagner Moura, The Secret Agent. I believe that's the Brazilian film.
Okay.
Actress in a leading role: Jessie Buckley, Hamnet, Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Kate Hudson got the nominee for Song Sung Blue, which is the Craig Brewer movie about the Neil Diamond cover band. Renat Renzviv, Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone, Begonia. That's an interesting category. Directing, Chloe Zhao, Hamnet, Josh Safdie, Marty Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another, Joachim Trier, Sentimental Value, and Ryan Coogler, Sinners. And then supporting actor, Benicio del Toro, One Battle, Jacob Elordi, also Oscar nominee, Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo, Sinners, Sean Penn, One Battle After Another, Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value, and Best Supporting Actress, Elle Fanning, Sentimental Value, Inga Id's daughter, Lilius, Sentimental Value, Amy Madigan, Weapons, is it Wunmi Masaku from Sinners?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it? And then Tiana Taylor, One Battle After Another.
Okay.
Also an interesting category.
I'm kind of surprised because remember the moment Thunderbolts had that where they're the superhero movie where the villain is depression and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" Critics loved it. Other people loved it, so I'm surprised that it didn't get anything.
It takes a lot for a Marvel movie to.
Well, the way they were talking about it. They were talking about it like, "Yo, this is it. This is what superhero movies need to be doing." Okay. Listen.
Not terrible. It wasn't terrible.
Well,
when I say terrible,
no, it was.
I just mean I didn't love it.
No, it was terrible. It was terrible. It was awful.
It wasn't awful.
It was awful. It was awful.
It was less than ideal.
D-. It was bad. It was bad.
It wasn't great.
Is there? So that's
this
this year's Oscars. Is there one because everybody's already hyping up some of these movies coming out this year? Do you think it's one this year? If I say, hey, got some money, I'm giving you some money, place your bet on one movie for next year. Just guessing, having seen none of them, but seen the hype around them. Isn't
obviously
the Odyssey coming out?
Yeah,
that's the one, right? That's the one everybody's really excited about.
What's the one that I keep seeing? It's whatever Ryan Gosling is doing right now. I just saw the early reviews of it.
Gosling is in the new movie?
I believe so. I hope I'm not making this up. Upcoming. Yeah, Project Hail Mary, which is based on a book.
Okay.
And the early reviews on that are really promising. I'm excited for Wuthering Heights.
There we go. There we go.
Which is back on my timeline.
When did it leave?
Again, Jacob Elordi, Oscar nominee.
Is that Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Yeah. I might. Valentine's Day. I might send her to see it.
This is completely random. It has nothing to do with anything, but I wanted to make sure that you saw it. Gary Clark Jr. is performing at Hernando Hideaway.
Really?
Yes, 3 shows. End of March. I think early pre-sale is this morning.
I might have to do some extra work. Y'all need to do some overtime. Y'all need help on the double post? Your boy need that overtime check.
You don't want to do the double post because 2 of the dates are Grizzlies game days.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like 2 of the show dates because I want to go.
No, I mean like I need to do it now.
Oh, now
to get the overtime for the show dates.
What did Jacob say?
Jacob, what did you say? I could come in Monday. Wait, what's going on Monday?
When you inevitably say that you can't get here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to get here.
He's already ready. I know what you were going to say as a potential. I'm so sorry I left it out as a potential Oscar nominee for next year.
What?
It's got to be the new Kenan and Kel movie that we're getting. It's got to be.
I can't believe we're getting a new Kenan and Kel movie.
It's got to be Kenan and Kel Frankenstein.
Kenan and Kel meet Frankenstein.
That is like such a Mad Libs.
There's no way that goes to a theater, right?
All right, insert Nickelodeon show from the 90s. All right, then insert horror movie. Okay, Kenan and Kel meets Frankenstein. All right, interesting.
Who says no?
Apparently nobody. Also, Frankenstein really having a moment.
Yeah.
Because we have the Frankenstein movie that just got nominated for an Oscar. We have Bride, which is coming out starring Jessie Buckley this year. And now we have Kenan and Kel meet Frankenstein. What'll be next? When did Frankenweenie come out?
Frankenweenie had to come out like 03.
No, I thought Frankenweenie was 2012.
Oh, is it? All right.
Yeah, Frankenweenie. So maybe we could have a live action Frankenweenie.
Live action Frankenweenie?
Yeah. Well, I stopped now. We never
Frankenstein
stopped.
is becoming Medea. Right? Medea goes to jail. Medea's Christmas vacation.
Frankenstein goes to Hawaii.
Yeah, like it's becoming a Medea thing.
And Medea or like the Mary-Kate and Ashley movie.
Yes.
Frankenstein, Passport to Paris.
Can we get Frankenstein and Medea and Mary-Kate and Ashley all in one
universe?
movie?
Yeah.
Oh, one universe would be incredible. Yes.
That'd be so great.
Hello.
You know, Mary-Kate and Ashley haven't wanted to do any acting, but I think that would be the thing that would bring them back out. They say, a Frankenstein movie?
Listen, triple threat match. Triple threat movie. All types of critics are going to love this. We're going to have Mary-Kate and Ashley meet Frankenstein at Medea's house. Who says no? Come on, man. Let's go. Let's do it. I don't know why I'm excited. I know why. Because that's my childhood.
It's Keenan and Kel.
It's Keenan and Kel. That's my childhood. That was the
Frankenstein like orange soda. I hate it. Bennett says there is a live-action Frankenweenie.
There's a live-action Frankenweenie?
No.
There's no way it's a live-action Frankenweenie doll.
No.
No, Bennett is wrong.
Oh, he said the Tim Burton, I guess, is technically a live-action. My bad.
What do you mean? But isn't that claymation?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, the Tim Burton one is claymation because that would mean that, like, Nightmare Before Christmas is live action, and it's not live action.
No, you cannot call that live action.
No.
It's Tim Burton action. I don't know what the technical term for it is.
Claymation, I think, is what it's called.
Who says no?
Give us Frankenweenie on the stage
All right,
at the Opera House. Let's go.
It's our last day of normalcy.
I thought you were saying the last day for the week. I was like, wait, are we off tomorrow?
It kind of feels like we should be.
But
we're not. It's Grizzlies game day.
Oh!
It's double.
Take on the Pelicans?
They sure do. Right here at FedEx Forum.
Get your tickets.
30% off GCM fan. GCM fan.
I guess we gotta go JB Jams now.
Not yet.
If we switch it. Yeah. Because you
Well,
won
you know,
won
we're
yesterday.
gonna make rules. We're gonna give us rules. It'll be like JBS.
Oh, they can go JB Jam.
JBS is so close to IBS, I don't like it. All right.
It's
bye,
one letter
everyone.
away, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Yeah, it's one letter away.
And it's like one hook away.
Like
you take the hook away from the J, and it's just an I.
Mm-hmm.
Both are dotted. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Bye.